right, so if I can start with you, Dezmond, I saw some of your quotes in an article where you said it's not necessarily a shoo-in was sort of my takeaway. She still has to earn your vote. Is that what you're hearing throughout the campus?
Well, look, it's not what I'm hearing throughout the campus, but I just know that as a young student, I am fired up and I'm ready to work. Vice President Kamala Harris, her campaign is energizing communities across the country. Black communities, Asian communities, and minority communities are proud to see the American dream on the ballot. And that's what it is. That's what I'm happy to see on the ballot. And I know that there's no other option for me on the ballot this November other than Vice President Kamala Harris.
Okay, Kayla, I want to get to what voters matter to you. What matters to you, what matters to your friends and your family. And are you hearing that from the Harris campaign? Is she speaking to you?
Yeah, I would definitely say I feel as though her campaign is speaking to me and Gen Z specifically. Her stance on gun violence prevention and even her and Biden have opening the first office of gun violence prevention in the White House has been, historical. And I think with Gen Z especially, we're the generation that's had to deal with learning how to do school shooter drills and things of that nature. So we care about gun violence prevention. We care about climate change, canceling student loan debt. And these are all issues that I feel like the Harris campaign team is really hitting on, especially in their digital advertising, as we talked about earlier.
Okay, and I'm hearing that from Dezmond too, but are you hearing enough from her when it comes to those issues? And also, do you feel like the energy shift came when she took the top of the ticket? Dezmond, that one's for you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when Vice President Kamala Harris came to the ticket, it brought hope back to America. We've seen what 4 years of a Trump presidency looked like. We've seen 4 years of failure, and that is something that we do not need to see again. But I know I've mentioned before the thing about accountability, and within the next days and weeks, I want to see Vice President Kamala Harris to continue to encourage President Biden to continue his political promises. For example, like Kayla said, canceling student debt, crack down on gun violence, and a strong ending Biden-Harris administration only sets up a strong administration later on when Vice President Kamala Harris wins this election in November.
All right, Kayla, I only have about 30 seconds. I think my last question to you was, were you going to vote for President Biden, or were you waiting to get until you saw someone who you really wanted at the top of the ticket?
For me, my plan was to vote blue regardless. I'm not going to lie, but I can say Harris being on this ballot, It has energized Gen Z and has definitely energized Howard's campus. Like, we're looking at her policies and what she stands for. But I will say Howard students are ready to move and to mobilize.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.